Good afternoon, kids. It's Chef Liz, and we are in my kitchen, and we're going to learn how to make modern mac and cheese today. So, first of all, a really good plan of attack when you're going to make something is get all your ingredients ready ahead of time. So, you guys should have the recipe, and you'll see that there are some vegetables that had to be prepared and some cheese that needed to be measured. We'll talk about the cheese. We'll talk about everything. There's the water is boiling because we're going to put the pasta in there soon. And then this is the pasta, and I wanted to tell you that you can really use whatever pasta of your choice. My husband and I really like this rotini pasta. But you can see, you can also use your regular elbow macaroni too. But we're going to use the rotini pasta today. And over here, that is the cottage cheese is measured into, that's a 4-cup Pyrex glass measuring cup. And what's nice about that is I'm going to use this immersion blender, this little unit here, to blend the cheese. There's the other ingredients, the hot sauce. This is our favorite. We love Frank's Red Hot, but you could use regular Tabasco if you want. And it really, I know that you might be thinking, oh, I don't like hot stuff. Well, it really doesn't make it hot. It just gives it just a tiny bit of flavor. And you'll see in your recipe that you really don't use that much. And then this is the Dijon mustard that goes into the recipe. So we've got everything in order, and we're ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this and then get to the point where at the pasta is cooked to the point where then we're going to add the vegetables, and we'll do another little chat then. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, the pasta is still cooking. It's got a couple more minutes to go before we then add the vegetables. So now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this cottage cheese. So this is the immersion blender. You can see it's got a little blade, very sharp, okay? This little tool is great. Also, you could use a little mini food processor too. So I'm just going to put it in, and you're just going to start to get it a little smooth. Okay, now you can see it's smoother. I mean, it doesn't have to be super, super smooth. It's just to get the little, and I used a small curd cottage cheese, so it's just to just get the big chunks out, because we are going to add a little bit of water, of course, from the pasta and the Dijon mustard and the Red Hot. So I'm going to put the immersion blender back in and just let it hang out in there. Whoops, there we go. And I'm going to pause this for a minute because I'm going to get ready to go ahead and put in the vegetables in just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back to our pasta, and we're going to put in the carrots. That's the first vegetable. We're going to put that in, and we're going to let that go for 2 more minutes. Give it just a little stir. See you back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back, and now we are going to add our broccoli. And then, like before, 2 more minutes. See you soon. I just want to show you that after I put the broccoli in, the boiling sort of slowed down a little bit. Don't worry about that. It's just fine. So it's coming back up. You can see it going, and it'll be ready now in just a little over a minute. See you soon. Okay, this is coming along great. Just has 30 seconds or so to go. But also, you guys, just want you to know that one thing fun about cooking, as opposed to baking, which is a very precise, almost scientific form of, it's more scientific. You can't like leave things out and expect it to turn out. Where cooking is more forgiving. So, for example, here I've got a 3/4 cup measuring cup, and they want us to reserve a 1/2 cup of water. Well, it's easy if I just go in with this cup and that looks like that's about a 1/2 cup in my book. And then I'm going to take that over here now. See that nice color? That's from the vegetables. Isn't that neat? That's going to have flavor too. So I'm going to put this in to the cheese. Okay, just set that for a second. Okay, the beeper's going off for the 2 minutes. So I'm going to put you on pause for a second, drain that pasta, get it back in the bowl, pasta and vegetables, and we'll keep proceeding. Be right back. There we go. We've got the pasta and the vegetables back into the pot. Now it's off of the heat. I've moved it onto a burner that doesn't have any residual heat on it. And now I'm going to add the zucchini and the peas. Alrighty, so now I'm going to see if I can do this while I'm talking to you. See, I added the water to the cheese. See, it actually really makes it fairly watery. I'm going to pause for a minute, and I'm going to add the Dijon mustard and the Red Hot. Okay, I've blended in the Dijon mustard and the Red Hot, and my husband and I, we really like that Frank's Red Hot, so I probably added at least a teaspoon, maybe even more. So that is totally up to your own taste. That's the other thing that's nice. If there's something that you don't really like if you don't like broccoli, leave the broccoli out. If you don't like peas, leave the peas out and add more things that you do like. Use your imagination. Just don't be afraid. Cooking should be fun and creative, so have a good time with it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pour this down over the vegetables. Okay, now I'm going to put on pause for a minute so I can go ahead and scrape this measuring cup clean. Okay, I've stirred the sauce, and see, it's not real saucy because this is a healthier mac and cheese, but we haven't added the other cheese yet. And the recipe calls for a combination of both sharp cheddar and Monterey Jack. Well, my husband and I, we really like, it's called a Mexican blend, and it's got cheddar and Monterey Jack and a couple other real nice melting cheeses, and it comes in a bag in the shredded cheese aisle. So this makes it convenient, and it's really tasty. So pick cheeses that you like. Always recommend something like this, something that is going to melt well. So that would be my main suggestion. But if you really don't care for cheddar and like Monterey Jack better, just use all Monterey Jack. Just, use your imagination. So I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese. I've already tasted for the salt and pepper and added that into my liking. And here goes the cheese. I will tell you, this is the first time I've cooked and videoed at the same time. How do you think I'm doing? Think I need... Okay, I'm going to have to pause this and give this a good stir. Be right back. Okay, you guys, there it is, all mixed together. And you can see it's cheesy, but it's not Kraft macaroni and cheese. This is really beautiful color, and it has a nice cheesy taste without being so heavy. So I hope you enjoy this. And I think it was really fun being in the kitchen with you guys, and I hope you have fun making this dish. Now, I do have a couple little see if you know